Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? And welcome, of course, to my NFL Week number 3 predictions. We got a lot we got to get into today. From the Astros winning the AL West last night to the Braves getting a one game back from the playoffs. There's a lot of sports news in general that we may have another video on for another day. But with that being said, as of today, we got to talk these NFL predictions because it's obviously week number 4 here, and that's what we do on Wednesdays. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right in to these NFL week number 3 predictions right now. Alright, starting us off on Thursday Night Football, you got the Dallas Cowboys going into the New York Giants. I think Dallas is going to win this game. However, do not sleep on New York at all. New York, obviously, last week, Daniel Jones is coming off of a great performance against that Cleveland defense. I'm interested to see if he's going to be able to keep that up, especially at home against a very tough Dallas Cowboys defense. Now, in my rant yesterday, if you guys watched that, I specifically talked about how Dallas's D-line needs work. And if the Giants can find the run game and get some momentum, I think they won't have a problem running all over Dallas's defense. I think this is going to be about, for Dallas, the offense in which the Cowboys are going to kind of showcase here in this game. If you can get the ball to your playmakers like CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, and things of that nature. But, however, when it comes to picking this game, I got the Dallas Cowboys riding with my boys to bounce back here and go 2-2 on the year so far. Starting us off on Sunday, the first game of the day on Sunday is the Bengals going into Carolina. This one's interesting. Bengals are trying not to start 0-4. That is very intriguing to pick the Cincinnati Bengals in this one. But the Carolina Panthers, on the other hand, are coming off of a great performance from Andy Dalton. And obviously throwing up 363 yards is definitely something to keep in mind when you're picking games. And it's definitely at home for Carolina. If they can do that at home and replicate what they did a week ago in this game, I think Carolina's going to win this game. I don't like Cincinnati's defense. Their defense is not that good. If we can find the run game, if we can obviously get the ball to our playmakers like Deontay and things of that nature. Adam Thielen is out right now on injury reserve. So look for Andy Dalton to get his playmakers. He's taking on his former team, so I think that helps. And I think Carolina's going to upset the Bengals here at home in this one, as they will go 2-3 on the year. Moving on to a game, I don't even know, man. I don't know who to pick in this one. It's the Broncos going into New York. Obviously, New York has the better record at 2-1, but the Broncos, they're coming off of a great win this past weekend. Bo Nix looked really solid in his performance this past weekend. I don't know who to pick. I think I'm going to take the Jets here at home. I like Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, his experience helps. And with it being in New York also gives them a much better edge in this one as well. So give me New York here as they will get the job done. And a close one, though, at home against the Broncos. Up next, of course, is the Jags going into the Texans. I got my Texans bouncing back here. I like C.J. Stroud. You guys know this by now. I'm a C.J. Stroud fan. Yeah, this game is going to be so much fun to watch. I'm interested to see if the Jaguars are, of course, going to obviously play their brand of ball and try and stay in this game. But I got Houston to win in this game. It's at home for them. Obviously, getting belittled by the Minnesota Vikings last weekend does not help. But I think they'll bounce back against a very struggling Jacksonville Jaguars team. So give me the Texans here as they are at home, and the Jags will start 0-4 on the season. Up next, of course, you got the Rams going into the Bears. I really don't know who to pick in this one either. This one's going to be a very complicated one. I'm going to say the Rams here. I think the Rams are the more experienced team, if that makes sense, because the Bears, again, they put up some numbers last week, but I believe they lost again last week. With that said, the Bears are favored in this game. Do with that what you will. But I got to go with the Rams here. They're the more experienced team. They're coming off a good win against the 49ers right now. And I expect that train to keep rolling on the road in Chicago. Next up, you got the Vikings going into the Packers. I think it's safe to assume that the Vikings are going to win this one. Packers, obviously, starting quarterback Malik Willis this week as well. Sam Darnold looks to be freaking him right now. And I'm not going to touch that right now. I have full faith in Sam Darnold. They will start 4-0 against this Green Bay Packers team. Up next, you got the Saints going into Atlanta. This one's going to be a very fun matchup because the Falcons are coming off of that loss to the Chiefs, which, by the way, I just now realized that I did not react to Sunday Night Football at all. It is what it is, though. I think I'm going to go with the Saints here. They got the more higher-powered offense, if you're asking me. I think last week was kind of a little bit of slump. I think against your division opponents, you're going to score a lot of points, and I think we'll be able to see that here against the Falcons on the road. So give me New Orleans in this matchup. Moving on to our final game here at 12 o'clock, I believe. Nope, one more game at 12 o'clock. But one of the games at 12 o'clock is the Eagles going into Tampa. This game's going to be really fun. If you're asking me, this game is going to be all about offense for me. Both of my quarterbacks are going at it in fantasy football, so as long as there's a lot of points scored in this game, I could care less what the final score is here. However, when it comes to predictions, I think I'm going to go with the Eagles here. They got a great win against New Orleans Saints last week. The Bucs, they struggled this past weekend against the Broncos. They're coming off of a loss right now. I'm going with the hotter team and the hotter offense. I think they're going to look to get Saquon Barkley involved in the run game. And I think that's how the Eagles are going to win this game and move on to 3-1 on the year against the Buccaneers. Now we got the final game of the day at 12 o'clock. That is the Steelers going into Indy. I got to go with the Steelers right now. 3-0 on the year. They're hot right now. Their offense is cooking with Justin Fields at the quarterback. And, yeah, I got to go with the Steelers here on the road in Indianapolis right now as of this current point. Moving on to our 3 o'clock games of the day here. The first one that we have is the Patriots going into San Fran. Honestly, this game can go either way. Obviously, San Francisco being without George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, obviously Christian McCaffrey as well. Brock Purdy's going to struggle. Obviously, the Patriots are starting Drake May this week, so there's that for a rookie quarterback. Don't know who I'm picking in this one. Obviously, the line says by 10 for the 49ers. I don't trust that line at all. I've got to go with the 49ers here. It's at home, so they should be okay. But I think it's going to be a close matchup and a very interesting matchup nonetheless. Up next, you got the Commanders going into the Cardinals. Jaden Daniels looks to be that guy. This is going to be a fun one with Jaden and Kyler going at it at 3 o'clock. I got to go with Jaden Daniels here. They're the hotter team right now, hotter offense. Cardinals coming off of a loss right now. And, yeah, I got to go with Commanders here as they will get the job done on the road. I look for Jaden Daniels to get the ball to Terry McLaurin a bunch. He throws a pretty deep ball, and I'm expecting him to be able to torch this Arizona Cardinals defense a lot as, yeah, they will get the job done on the road in Arizona. Moving on to the Browns going into the Raiders. Don't know who to pick in this one. This one's going to be a slugfest all freaking day. I guess I'll go Browns here. They played the New York Giants close. The Raiders coming off a loss to Carolina right now. They did, however, beat the Ravens. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders win this one. But right now I got to go with the Browns as they're the more experienced team right now. Up next, and the final 3:25 game of the day. The Chiefs going into the Chargers. I got Chiefs in this one all day. Chargers are going to be without Herbo right now, and the Chiefs' offense is just going to find a way against that struggling Chargers defense. I think it's going to be a close game up until the second half, where I think Patrick Mahomes is going to click, and yeah, that's how the offense is going to score a lot of points, as the Chiefs will get the dub against the Chargers and move on to 4-0 on the year. And lastly, ending with Sunday Night Football here, the Bills going into Baltimore. This should be a fun matchup. Bills 3-0 on the year. Baltimore 1-2. They are struggling right now. And, yeah, obviously getting a win against the Dallas Cowboys in week number 2 in that matchup helps them. I think I got to go with Josh Allen and the Bills, though. They're the hotter offense right now. The Ravens struggled in that fourth quarter against the Dallas Cowboys. If they carry that momentum into this game, they are not going to be, we'll say the least, winning this game. So with that said, I got to go with the Bills. Josh Allen is carrying that Bills offense right now, and I don't see any signs of him stopping, especially on the road against Baltimore. Ending with our 2 Monday Night Football games. I'm just going to predict these ones back-to-back. Titans at the Dolphins, 0-3. This one's going to be a struggle, man. I don't know who to pick in this game. I really don't. This game is going to be a slugfest. How in the world is this on Monday Night Football? But it is what it is. I think the Titans have this one in the bag. I really do. I think Skylar Thompson is probably the worst quarterback in the National Football League right now, or at least one of them. And, yeah, Titans will get the job done on the road in Miami. And last, of course, but certainly not least, the final game at 7:15 of the week. Lions, Seahawks. Seahawks got their number right now. This is going to be a fun one, though. Lions are breaking out the all-black uniforms in this matchup. I got to go with the Lions here. They're at home. I expect them to bounce back. I will expect Seattle to put up a crap ton of points and possibly even win this game. But as of me, my confidence standpoint, I got to go with the Lions here at home in this one. Of course, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. Once again, if you have not already, let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. With that said, I'm going to hop off, get edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a great rest of your day. As always, I will see you in the next video. Peace.